Meet Honorable Justice Ishaq Usman Bello, the current Chief Judge of the Federal Capital Territory. Honorable Ishaq Usman Bello has in no small measure contributed to the advancement of the Nigeria justice system through his publications and presentations with a view of repositioning the judicial landscape of Nigeria. Born on the 5th of January in 1956, this law maestro attended St. Bartholomew Primary School, Usasa Zaria, in 1965, before moving to LEA Primary School, Tudunwada, Zaria, where he obtained his first school leaving certificate in 1972. From there, he proceeded to Government Secondary School, Katsina, and obtained his West African School certificate in 1976, as well as his IGMB certificate from the Katsina College of Art, Science and Technology in 1979. Justice Ishaq Usman Bello bagged his LLB from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria in 1982 and also obtained his LLM in International and Criminal Law from the same university, and also his honorary doctorate degree in law from Caribbean University. The hard-working, committed and dedicated Justice Ishaq Usman Bello began his work career as a Youth Corps member in 1983 at the Ministry of Justice in former Edo State. He was appointed a magistrate in 1985 and held different appointments. Honorable Justice Ishaq Usman Bello rose through the ranks of the judiciary to become a judge of the then FCT High Court. He was made the Chief Judge of High Court, Abuja, on the 28th of May 2015, an appointment he holds till date. Justice Ishaq Usman Bello speaks on the current coronavirus pandemic ravaging the world and the role of the Nigerian judiciary in the face of the global scourge.
I have set out a circular that every judge now is in charge of his court, but only in respect of urgent matters, compelling like areas of fundamental human rights, so that nobody's right is trampled upon, and then he finds nowhere to go. So the judges now are there unless on the alert to come in and attend very important cases that borders on human rights. But most significantly, we are doing everything humanly possible to see how we can inform the remote control procedure so that judges, lawyers, parties could address disputes through the conferencing system, either by Zoom or Skype, name them. This, I believe, by Tuesday, this coming week, will be the beginning of that platform by which we are offering to members of the public and stakeholders to come and address their grievances.
In a bid to mitigate the spread of the COVID-19 in Nigeria, Justice Ishaq Usman Bello championed the decongestion of prisons, a move that led to discharging of about 7,000 inmates.
The congestion is quite impressive. As soon as ordinarily, before even the coronavirus thing, it has been my tradition to go to the various detention centers to review cases. And the review here are predicated on whether somebody has option of fine, could not pay. I go about with NGOs, and of course, as the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Prison, now Correctional Service Centers, reforms and the conditions, we go with some token amount of money. We pay, that is from the federal government. And then NGOs also are there to intervene by payment of such. And then we also review the cases of those who have overstayed the provisions of penalty. That, and as I can tell you now, the presidential committee has done quite a lot. Before I came now, I received, yesterday in the night, I received reports from some heads of courts across the nation who had gone on exercise by our own prompting, the committee's prompting, in order to make sure that we deflate the statistics in the prison across the country to insulate the inmates from devastation. In the event of any affliction, at least the reduction of the size of the inmates there will mean reduction also in the impact, negative impact even the compensation. So, in a nutshell, I have the data state by state right now. Those that have already filed in their own exercise, the outcome of their own exercise. We have now almost 7,000 released, specifically 6,444 inmates have been released so far from the report I have gotten.
Justice Ishaq Usman Bello is a philanthropist and has several projects to his name. He is happily married and blessed with children.
It's a virtue which, if God give you, fine, to have and to give. The little that I have, I've been able to sponsor about 3 people to university that I have no relationship with them. Some of them are pursuing their doctorates. As for secondary education, quite a lot there, apart from my children. And then, as I can tell you now, there are over 304 that I recently had engaged in being exposed to IT, and the program is caption eradication of idleness in the youth. Now, this is within my area of birth in Zaria, and beautifully, including mechanics, disabled persons, even I understand, brought themselves. I said, and I started the right that, we are also members of the community, we want to partake in this program. And so a lot of them have been exposed to IT, the rudiment that can really make them to be on their own without the support of any or leaning on government for any employment. I don't know them. I receive pressures very often that they want to know who this person is. But my greatest pleasure and delight is that I am doing something for my community, trying to see how much I could do to enthrone the youths into something they can do on their own without idling. And it's often said, the idle mind is a devil's workshop. So a lot of vices, as a judge, I have seen quite a number of youths come into court, and idleness and drugs have been very contributory factor to the vices we are seeing in the society. And with such experience, I think I should be able to do something that will cover out that in the society, and I'm happy with that.
Honorable Justice Ishaq Usman Bello also admonished youths to be dedicated and be focused in whatever they do if they are to achieve their dreams.
Passion. Follow your passion. In the course of my telling you my biography, I told you that I was seconded twice. The enticements were there for me to stay. But I realized that I was not getting the job satisfaction. The passion for the job on the bench was more. So I left all the enticements in terms of the... In fact, my chief judge then, when I said I was leaving the bank, he said, "Are you mad? With the 505 you are giving in those days, chauffeur-driven, mighty house, fat salary which you are not getting as a young magistrate, you want to come back? If you come back, I will send you to a rural area." I said, "I don't mind." And I left, I went back. Passion is the driving force. So in the course of my talk to the youths, apart from the fact that you must dedicate yourself to learning, avoid drugs, you must behave responsibly, you must show decorum, obedience to constitutional authority wherever you go, and do your work studiously, energetically. You must also listen to your passion. That is the most important thing. Anytime I have lawyers from the law school, they will be lawyers, law students. Whenever I'm talking to them, I usually emphasize the need for them to listen to their passion. Whatever they want to do with the law after qualifying to practice, they must choose an area of the law that will satisfy their passion.
Honorable Justice Ishaq Usman Bello, no doubt, is an icon in Nigerian judicial environment. His contributions towards the current development in the justice system is unquestionable, as his footprints on the sands of time can never be erased. His service to humanity through his philanthropic works has uplifted many Nigerians and has given them a sense of direction and a pathway to life.